What's a good word, YouTube? So weird the way shit works for me. So that last video that I just posted, while I was waiting for it to download, I was fucking around on my phone and YouTube, and I was on YouTube while I was waiting for something to load on YouTube. I know, like a crackhead, right? Two YouTubies at the same time. Anyway, so my phone suggests one of my older videos. It was only 3 days old. Because I forget, I was looking at one of, I forget how it came up. But anyway, so I started watching this video, and it's about friendship. And I mentioned a little something in there about family. So while I was waiting for the last video to download, I got a kick in the fucking head about talking about family. Because I just kind of scratched the surface about something in that video, and it made me think I need to speak a little more about some family. Whew, fuck, here's a can of worms, right? Family. Where should I start? So, if anybody's been listening for a minute, you've heard quite a bit of family stories. But bottom line is, when I came home from the hospital, when I was born, the family I came home to was my mom, her brother and sister, and their father, right? My aunt, uncle, and grandfather, and my mom was my family when I first got home from the hospital. Was no dad. And I was too little to know anything, right? You're talking 0 to whatever, and by the time whatever showed up, mom had my brother's dad in the picture, right? So he was the first father figure, right, that I saw. And then the shit show, the foster homes, this, that. Oh, and then fucking many years later, oh, here comes Ancestry. So now Ancestry tells me mom had a son before me. Ooh, fuck, okay. Oh, and by the way, here's your dad, who died in 1966 after being fucking murdered by his best friend. Ooh, okay. Oh, and he had a son. Oh, okay. And he don't give a fuck about meeting you. Oh, okay. Can you keep up? I ain't making this shit up. Go watch the older videos. Or if you got a question, ask me. I'll answer it, right? I'll rehash any of this bullshit if I talk too fast. Yeah. So that's family, right? Or is it? A lot of that is genetics. It's got nothing to do with family. It's genetics. It's your bloodline. How is that family? So, see, to me, family is love. It's that simple. Somebody's loving on you and you're loving on them, they're part of your fucking family. It doesn't matter if you live under the same fucking roof or not. Right? Just saying. So, don't get the two mixed up. Especially when it comes to loyalty. And respect. And on and on. See, I fucked up a lot of shit when I was drinking and when I was angry and excuse after excuse. But bottom line is, I fucked up shit with my daughter so bad she disowned me. I think I pissed off my brother so bad he's fucked me off too. So, trust me when I say, I'm well versed when it comes to family and drama and this and that, and there's a big difference between genetics and family. You know, Ancestry brought me a bunch of genetics that most people would categorize as family, but they're not. They're not even fucking close. They're no family to me. They're just somebody on my ancestry tree, right? They're part of my fucking bloodline. That's just on paper, Holmes. That ain't got nothing to do with my life. You know, you bring no value to my fucking life. People that bring value to my life, people that I love, your family. My brother and my daughter will always be family because I will always love them and they will always bring value to my life, irregardless if we ever speak again, you know? So I'm not saying fuck off your kin. But if you got bad kin and they need to be fucked off, then fuck them off. Because that ain't family. Family don't steal from each other. I'm not going to get into, I'm not your daddy, so I'm not going to get into my definition and your definition of family and start some pissing contest. But you know as well as I do, right is right and wrong is wrong. And whether you're the one doing the wrong or being wronged, you know the fucking difference. You know? And when it comes to family, there should be a little elasticity, right? There should be a little give and take. Some extra forgiveness, maybe above and beyond, right? Just saying. You know, people fuck up. They do. And tolerance is important. Forgiveness is important. But insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result, well, that speaks for itself, right? You can't keep forgiving somebody if all they're going to do is kick you in the nuts as soon as you fucking give them a hug. That's my point. Right? Just saying. And I'm sure there are people out there that consider me a kick in the nuts. Fuck you, Johnny O. Want nothing to do with you. I get it. I do. I've been an asshole. I deserve that. From some. You know? I take my lumps. Have to. It's how you learn some shit. If you don't honestly admit your fucking mistakes, you're gonna do them again and again, dumbass. I know I did. I spent my whole life thinking the world made me angry. And I had a right to be mad because of all that fucked up shit that happened to me. Well, it don't work like that. Fact of the matter is, yeah, there's a reason why I'm angry, but I don't have to be angry. It's that simple. Something pisses me off and I get mad, everybody's gonna get mad. But you don't have to go from mad to angry, right? You don't have to pour gasoline on the fucking fire every time something fucked up happens. I was good at that. While I poured the Jameson on top and fucking gasoline on top and let's go, bitches, right? Yeah. So, family isn't always kin. Can't say that enough. Family isn't always going to be the people that's on your ancestry tree. And you're lucky if they are. If they're one and the same. You're fortunate. Really fortunate. From my perspective. Anyway. right there with family comes responsibility and gratitude, right? When you have somebody that is family to you, right? You love them, you respect them, you got to treat them that way. You know, I got a piece of advice once. And to this day, it was probably the single best one piece of advice I ever got. And this gentleman told me, do not ever raise your voice or disrespect your old lady. Ever. Ever. And I know, sorry ladies, for some saying old lady is disrespectful, so I apologize. So let me back up. You know, that's just old habits, and to me, it's a term of endearment, and for others it isn't. Anyway, so let me back up, right? Look, I'm sorry. I'm not your preacher. I'm not your father. I'm not anybody but just some guy on YouTube giving his 2 cents. And when it comes to family, there is no rule book. I know I'm straying, but I got to just follow what's there. And there is no rule book, right? There is no right and wrong. You got to follow your heart, right? And sometimes you got to protect yourself from bad family, and you got to protect yourself from bad situations, and other times you got to go out of your way to help family members that are struggling or whatever, right? But, you know, through their struggles, create your struggles, right? If it's immediate family, it's not so fucking easy. When the one that's hurting you is the one that needs you, fuck. So, trying real hard not to get too far out there with this, but this is a topic that I'm very passionate about for several reasons. And I felt it extremely important to speak on the fact that, once again, family's got nothing to do with what flows through your veins. You know, blood, kin, and family, like I said, if they're one and the same, you're fucking lucky. And they're not exclusive of each other. Just saying. So if you got family, you better treat them as such. And if you're not, you better step up your game, right? See, I fucked that up, and I fucked that off, and it cost me dearly, right? And I learned just how valuable it is to be very careful. Oh, the piece of advice, sorry, that I was told about not raising your voice and not being disrespectful. Not ever cuss your woman. Do not ever raise your voice. Or your man. Never speak to him in anger. Ever. I held that rule for a long time in a relationship. I mean, the relationship wasn't healthy for me because I wasn't healthy, but I held to that fucking rule for a long fucking time. I did. Off of that one piece of advice. And to this day, it means a lot to me, right? Because I've been in way too many, damn near every one of them, relationships where yelling and screaming is just, and I'll never, ever again. Nobody raises their voice to me. Sorry. That's nails on a chalkboard. There's no cause for it. And if I ever give somebody cause for them to raise their voice, oh boy, I really fucked up. I want nobody yelling at me because I did something that required them to yell at me. Or vice versa. Don't do nothing that makes me want to holler. I gotta holler at these dogs every once in a while because they're thick-headed, and you just gotta grab their attention. But that's not anger. That's just volume. There's a big difference. Anyway, sorry. Like I said, I'm kind of all over the place, but when it comes to this topic about family and respect and honor and loyalty and it all speaks for itself. I don't put this shit on my hands just because. Anyway, family. Figure it out before it's too late. And when you got family from the street, it's a different kind of love. It's a different kind of loyalty, right? To love a stranger and call them family, that's huge. For somebody to earn that kind of trust from me, from my background, that's big brownie points for you. It really is. Because not too many people get it. You don't get that place in my heart of loyalty and trust like that to where I call you family. Like I said, it's a tiny little fucking list. Means too much. Anyway, I needed to speak on it. Pretty much said all I need to say, so I'm going to sign off. Once again, thank you for watching, putting up with my bullshit. Much love and respect. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you think this shit's worth seeing for one of your friends, text it to them, will ya? Share this bullshit. Spread the manure, as they say. All right. Have a beautiful day. Love you. Peace.